Hello to all my uniques out there. This is your girl Akudo. Welcome to your unique business. For this week, we are going to feature a special business, a unique business. We are going to talk about Omega Studios. We are going to talk to the CEO, to the chairman, to the creative director, to the content director. I want you all to welcome Omega Studio CEO. Come on in. Everybody, Omega Studio is here in our midst. This is the content creator, the CEO, the chairman, and Omega Studio himself. I want you to please introduce yourself, Omega. Tell us who Omega is.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mrs. Kudo. My name is Kingsley.
Okay.
Ibabuchi. Ezubu.
Okay.
Just by my name, anything else you want me to say?
I think you're a Nigerian. From your name, I think you're a Nigerian.
Well.
But I always hear people call you ambassador.
Yes.
Why do they call you that?
Okay, I was going to say AKA Ambassador KC.
Okay.
It all started quite a long time ago. Originally from Nigeria.
Okay. Oh, you started from Nigeria?
Yes.
Okay.
My elder brother Patrick, which I give all the credit, he's the one that raised all of us.
Okay.
7 kids of my parents. For whatever reason, he started calling me ambassador. Now, I didn't quite sign up to it.
Okay.
But when my dad passed on 5 years ago, Atlanta was really surprised to see that the Consular General of Nigerian Embassy Atlanta then, Jeff Tinilabe, came.
He was in the building.
In the middle of the night. So that was the tip of the iceberg that now brought in everybody to say, oh, you are truly an ambassador. For you to bring an ambassador this late, midnight of his official protocol.
Just to come and see another ambassador.
Yes. The name ambassador is heavyweight.
That's right.
Not to mention that I've been to some places where I will show up in an office and they're like, oh, we're just about clothes, including bags. That's okay. Well, ambassador is here. Ambassador, please
exactly.
Come in.
Everybody wants a diplomat, an ambassador to come in.
And they go, which country? Well, diaspora community.
That's good. That's good. So now let's talk about Omega.
Yes.
What is Omega Studio?
Omega Studio, thank you for the question, is a platform where people come to talk about anything that is there in their hearts.
Okay.
They want to let out.
So Omega is like a studio where you can come and express yourself. Absolutely. But why did you choose the name Omega? Why didn't you call it Ambassador Studio? Why didn't you call it Akudo Studio? Why Omega Studio?
Awesome. Well, I didn't want to call it KC like I do have other businesses.
Okay.
Digi Concept is a parent company.
Okay.
That is what I do as an IT professional.
Okay.
But it's not all about me. Omega Studio, from the onset, when I had the dream, it wasn't all about KC or Kingsley or Ezugu. So I chose Omega, the word Omega, because everything that comes to life based on what I do, apart from the education, the physical nature of the job that I do, I see it on a billboard clearly.
Wow.
Yeah, no matter how complicated it could be, I just need to, of course, I don't know if you know, play a little music.
So music is like your inspiration.
Yes.
Okay.
So now when the business idea to create a studio came, I said, well, I got to give it all back to the owner.
To the owner. That's God.
And that's God. So I chose to call it Omega.
Omega Studio.
Yes.
So guys, I hope you're listening. If you have a dream, take it to God. God is the creator of your dream, and God is the same person that will bring it to reality. So when Omega was given back to you, started Omega. When did you start Omega?
It was back in 2013, October to be precise.
Okay.
I kept telling my wife that there will be a time when I will give her appreciation, but I'm just mentioning her now. I kept telling her, say, Omega Studio, Omega Studio. Well, from growing up as a little child.
As a little child, you had that dream.
Documentary. I love people to talk. I love listening to people when they talk. I love learning. So I knew that in the diaspora community here, we didn't have anything of such.
Exactly.
Where from the grassroots, people can be picked up.
Oh, exactly.
So I told my wife I would really like to have a studio. And I'm talking to people about the studio, but nobody seemed to connect to it. Because
that's such a big dream.
Yeah.
Because our idea of studio is ABC, Channel 6, or is huge.
Yes.
So why would a Nigerian boy from Enugu State be talking about a studio?
Exactly.
So what did your wife do?
So she was like, so what do you want to do? Well, in the basement where we live, I have musical instruments. That's where my musicians get together with jam. So it's about the biggest space in the house. So I told my wife what I would like to do is to, take away the music equipment and set up what I would call test studio. So that when I'm talking to people, I can show them
exactly what your vision is.
What this is all about. Now, having been able to show it to them, they can feel it. Now they can connect to the idea. And she said, I'm there with you. So that's what we did. We got it set up. Everybody came. We had a lot of interviews. Unique Talk Show was there, a whole lot more.
We were there.
So now, back in the October of 2013, people were coming to my house. You can believe it, dignitaries. They just want to come to the studio. They just want to talk. So, but operating in a residential area gave us a lot of constraints.
That's
so
true.
When that's okay, we have done the test run. This looks fantabulous, but we need to re-strategize. either go to a commercial building, 1, 2, 3, 4 levels, or maybe cut out a little niche somewhere. So I had it all in phases. So phase 1 was the test run. Where we are now is phase 2.
Phase 2.
We are in a commercial property, people.
That's right.
Omega Studio is no longer in Ambassador Casey's house.
That's right.
It's live here in a commercial property. The address is there on the screen. We'll show it.
Exactly.
Yes.
Before I continue, I want to give kudos to Kingsley's wife. Did you hear that? He went to his wife and the wife said, whatever is good for you is good for me. I will support your dream as long as it's your dream and it makes you happy. So I don't know who is listening out there and you think you have a dream, but you're scared to go tell your wife. Don't run to people outside. Tell your wife, tell your partner, and she's going to stand behind you, just like Kingsley's wife did. All right, let's get back to it. Now, Mr. Kingsley, this is now the second phase of Omega. Omega is in a studio. Omega is doing well. How do you see Omega in the next 5 years? What do you think Omega will be in the next 5 years? What's your 5-year plan?
Well, in the next 5 years, that will be the phase 3 of Omega Studio.
All right.
It's always going to be advancement. It's always going to be upgrade. It's always going to be promotion ahead and ahead.
Okay.
We have taken a leap.
Yes.
Probably in the next 5 years, we'll be able to jump.
Jump.
We might not be able
That's
to run.
Good.
Yes,
we might not run, but we'll be jump. This is a leap, but we will jump in the next 5 years.
Yes, so because the dream is large.
That's right.
Growing up as a little child, very well, I love electronics so much.
So you started as a child. Yeah. You had this dream and passion right from when you were a child.
I cannot tell you the story, Patrick, that I mentioned earlier. When it comes to the dormitory, to bring me provision. The only thing that I will always be running to Upper Iweka then, in Onitsha, Anambra State, or when I finally went to Lagos to do my youth service, at Laba Okoko. I was always there.
Buying electronics.
Yes. I used to build digital amplifiers.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Back when you were in Nigeria?
Yeah, about 15 years old.
Wow.
I get in the bus, go to Onitsha. From Enugu it's like 8 hours. I just sit there, go there, buy what I need, come home. Ifitex was the name. Ifitex. Ifi is the elder sister that I have. So Ifitex, I just choose to call it Ifitex Technologies.
Technology, okay.
And it was selling.
Wow.
Yeah.
As young as 15?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Even back in Nigeria, this guy started doing this.
Yeah.
You have a dream, you pursue it. Yeah?
Yeah, let me also share it while we're all saying it here. Then I remember there's this thing we call Udara. It's a big giant tree. Okay. My dad, our compound is right at the village square. And we have a big giant Udara tree. They call it apple tree for the monarchs. Now, there is a guy that actually molded my other side of electronics.
Okay.
And I watched him like a model.
Okay.
I never met him. His name is Jerry Jones.
Okay.
And he's in Radio Rivers. He was a DJ in Radio Rivers, Port Harcourt. And you know Nigeria very well. You know the eastern part of Nigeria. From Enugu to Port Harcourt is a distance.
It's a distance.
Okay. I used to have this small radio national. Now, with my digital amplifier, I was able to configure that pocket radio. Okay. I paid somebody, I couldn't do it myself. I paid a tree climber to take an antenna, a piece of wire,
and put it up there.
Go to that.
Oh my God!
At the peak of it, and hang it up for me. Then I wired it down, trenched it to my room.
So you can be hearing me. Oh so my goodness!
I was there with that radio, with my digital tuner. I was picking Radio Rivers FM stereo. And on Saturdays, my father's compound is always like a celebrity compound. Everybody will bring their clothes, soap and water. People are washing, and with the digital amplifier that I built,
the music was blasted.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So one thing with a frequency modulator is either on or off. It's all digital. So when you dial in, you hear like a radio frequency. When you're off, like shh, and then when you dial in, you just go shh, shh. And what you hear, shh, the next thing that flows it.
You see why I call him the brains behind Omega Studio. This guy is gifted and talented. You see, but the problem we have is that we don't give kudos to our own. If he was an American, this would have gone global. But he's from Nigeria, but you know what? You believe in God, you trust God, God will take you to where you're going. The little boy from Enugu State, playing with his little amplifier, today has a studio in Atlanta, Georgia. God is good, my people.
Yes,
God is good.
Yes, he is.
Okay, now tell us a little bit. What you have said something about your audience. What is your target audience? Which people? I know you want to reach everybody, but there are some set of people you had in mind when you started Omega. What's your target audience?
Well, good question. My target audience, based on our 4 cardinal points, to educate, empower, inform, and socialize.
Okay.
My target audience is the youth.
Okay.
If you ask me why, I'll tell you they are the leaders of tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
If you get the youths, you get the world right. They are the world. Now, my target audience is also the elderly ones, if on the age bracket of, I would say, maybe 40 to 50 to 60 to 80, that have good upbringing. Because you cannot give what you don't have.
You can give what you don't have.
If you were not raised right, you might not have anything to pass on. So in terms of market-wise, my target audience is diaspora in general.
In general.
Well, we live here in Atlanta, so all Americans are invited, all Brazilians are invited, Japanese, Chinese,
Everybody.
Senegalese, Mexicans, name it. We're all invited. It's a large market in the sense that we have everything pertaining to academics, social life, politics, business, networking, all centered around educate, inform, empower, and socialize.
Yeah, I picked up on something you said about, all of us in the diaspora. You see, like you all know, most of us will never have the kind of platform others have because of where we come from. But Omega Studio will provide the platform for you to be heard.
Absolutely.
Omega Studio will give you the platform to reach, give your message, educate, socialize, inform, and empower others. This is where you get the platform. ABC might not be able to give it to you. CNN might be too expensive for you, but Omega Studio, you can afford. This is your own. That's why he's doing this, to give us all a platform to come and be who we are created to be. Now tell me a little bit about, although you told us you were inspired by your brother, he was there for you, what are the challenges you faced? Because you can't tell me that you came up with this kind of big dream and it was all smooth sailing. Something challenged you, something was a little bit difficult. Tell us your challenges.
Well,
challenges that could have stopped you but did not stop you.
In life, my greatest challenge is people.
Please do explain.
It's people. So, I narrowed it down to ministerial appointment.
Okay.
So I developed that concept to where when I see somebody like I'm looking at you now, I'll ask myself, what is her ministry?
Exactly.
It's not like maybe a pastor or a preacher. No, I believe everybody has a ministry.
It has a calling. That's right.
A calling. Thank you. So there are things that you love to do, and nobody can stop you from doing it. Probably you meet somebody, and their calling is to foment trouble.
That's a new one, Omega. Foment trouble. What do you mean by that?
In other words, they come to a place where there is peace.
And
they are uncomfortable. They have to look for a way among the people there to put their head together
and cause
Once
trouble.
They start fighting, then he will leave and go somewhere else and continue his ministerial appointment.
Please, people, Don't be in that ministry of causing trouble. We don't need that kind of ministry.
So once I was able to, narrow it down to, okay, I see this person, it's about synergy. There's negative energy
and there's positive
energy.
That's right.
So I always tend to go towards the positive energy side of any human being.
Any human being.
So being able to resolve that one, then the next challenge, of course, is finance.
Finance, that's right.
We're always never going to have it enough. Because just to mention his name, Bill Gates, I think he's still pursuing money.
Exactly. Everybody is.
I remember this musician in my hometown that said the two sides of the needle can never jam. So growing up, when I heard that music, I brought 2 needles. And I said, let me
try this.
Whether what this guy said was true. I brought 2 needles, one on the left, one on the right. I tried everything to, with like 2 fingers and jam. You're pushing left and pushing right. It's not going. I couldn't get the 2 needles.
Yeah.
And he said, that is life.
That's right.
So you can never have it all. And then growing up, reading up and all that, I begin to realize that cost goes down, profit goes up. Profit goes down, cost goes up. So challenges of finances is always there, but I thank God for the kind of work that I do. I work for myself for the past, God knows, even while I was in Nigeria, it's always been like that. 22, 23 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So being able to have the resources, and again, I want to tell everyone out there that have, in one way or the other, hired the DigiConcept, which is my other parent company. If you have given us a penny to compensate as a compensation for any job that we have done for you, guess what? You are the fuel that empower this creativity.
That's right.
That we're seeing now. That one penny you gave us brought all this we're seeing.
That's right.
So I want to say a big thank you to all those my clients. Corporate clients, individual clients, school clients, in any form, in any volume. This is the product of every penny you have given to us. So you see, we did not disappoint.
You didn't disappoint. Yes. You didn't disappoint. So most of your challenge is people and finances. Because no matter what your dream is, if you don't have the money to finance it, and you don't have the people that believe in your dream, able to say, okay, I can help you finance this. So if you don't have the people, you don't have the finances, that's always a challenge. But guess what? He still did it. All of you out there, if you have hired him in anything he has done for you, you have ever paid him, you are the person that made this possible. Because you provided the finances that made Omega Studio come to life.
That's right.
What is the final thing you have to say to that boy out there, to that little girl out there that is watching you, saying, oh my God, I had a dream like that, but how do I start? What do you tell that child? And what do you tell that man or that woman that has the same dream too? I want to do something with my life. I have this dream of conquering the whole world. How do I go about it? What do you tell them?
That's a big question. Starting to answer it, it might take 10 hours, but I'm just going to try to dive in.
Okay.
That little boy, that little girl, the man and the woman with a vision, do not let your vision die.
That's right.
1, be careful who you share your vision with, because there are dream killers.
That's right.
There are people that will take, I cannot tell you how many times people have stolen
your ideas.
Yes.
Exactly.
But guess what? One thing I believe, that's why the name Omega, if he gives it to you,
is yours.
Is yours.
That's right.
Because anything that you design now will need an update, it will need an upgrade, it will need a adjustment,
re-evaluation.
The people that steal it, all they got is that concept that they stole.
That they stole, nothing more.
But the ingenuity behind it,
that's
they
right.
Don't steal that one.
Please say it again. I hope you guys are listening. I love that. Let him repeat that again. Kingsley, say it again.
Yeah, the ones that you have stolen from somebody, because you think you're smart, maybe you call him or her to tell you about this, and then the moment they start talking, you're noting things down, and as soon as he goes behind, okay, he's done, then you start doing your own thing. You will not go far with it.
No.
You will not go far with it because the original idea you don't have. So it's better to ask that person, can I go on a partnership with you? Can I sponsor you? Can I be part of what
Can I be
doing?
part of your dream?
You
Exactly.
know? And then you all can work together. Now, the other thing, apart from being careful of who you share your dream with, is do not give up.
That's right.
Do not give
Do
up.
not give up.
Yes. Be resilient enough to understand that, okay, this is your dream, this is your passion. You have to pursue it, whatever it takes. If you have to go to school to, advance your technical or educational knowledge towards that, do it. If you're waiting on God, which of course is the owner of all, the best way to connect to God, if you never heard from God, I'm saying it, I'm not a pastor, but learn any music instrument, even if it's clapping of a hand.
That's the one I do best, clapping of hands.
If you clap the hand to where God hears you,
that's right.
He will visit you.
That's
with
right.
that challenge that you have about your vision. The other thing that is very important is learn, if you're able to hear from God, learn to document what you have heard.
The most important one, please listen to this.
Yes. Learn to document it. Have a place.
Write it down.
Write it down. Take your phone. Voice it. Because I'm driving sometimes, I hear a voice. I take my phone. I start, voicing it.
Yeah.
Because why she said it's so important.
It's so important.
God said his words will never come back to him
void.
That vision you have, I tell you what, 200 million other people, God has given the same vision.
Exactly.
Now, if you are waiting and delaying, for instance, if God has given you a vision to manufacture a pen like this, and you are waiting and delaying for whatever circumstance, is always a common thing. A friend of yours in India, in China,
manufacture the pen.
will call you and say, ABCD, yes, I have a pen I have for sale. Can you help me market it? You'll be like,
my vision is gone.
So, you have to work on it and get it going. It's a whole lot more to talk about. Let's just hold it there. So know the people that you share your vision with. Pray about it so God will show you clearly what it is. Have a way of documenting the vision. That way, when he gave you the original one, it's not like the one I think is like this. No, that original one is what you need.
Yes.
If you are not lucky enough to have recorded it or memorized it to where you can repeat it the same way it is,
that he gave it to you,
then good luck with being able to get back to what it is.
Well, guys, you have it. You had Omega Studio say it. When you have a vision, write it down. Even the Bible says, write it down, make it plain.
Yes.
Write it down, record it, and then take your vision and start working on your vision. Don't give up. Mind who you share your vision with. Like he said, there are people that will take from you and there are people that will give.
Yes.
Don't tell your vision to people that will take. Tell it to people that will give, that will invest, that will motivate, that will inspire, and that will encourage you in your dream. It took a little boy, Kingsley, Ambassador Kingsley, from Enugu State, doing his little thing in his country, doing his little thing in this country, and now, voila, we have a studio. We have a studio at its best. Come over to Omega Studio. The address is on the screen. Remember to write us. This is Unique Business. If you have a business out there and you want us to give you this kind of platform where you come and talk about your vision, your business, you want to tell people where they can find you, and you need us to help you, remember to write us uniqueakudo@gmail.com, and you come to us or we will come to you. Remember, you are beautifully and wonderfully made by God. That is why you are unique. And finally, Omega Studio Director.
That's right.
Can you please?
Say it again.
Can you please? Is there somebody you want to give credit to? Is there somebody you want to give a shout out, a thank you to? This is your time to do it.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it's a lot of people in my heart that I want to give a big shout out to, because no man is an island. I want to give a big shout out to somebody that have identified with me from the onset about Omega Studio. That person is so dear in my heart. She's a very good person that everybody in Atlanta knows very well. If you don't know it, look on my right.
Oh, that's me? Ah, thank you, thank you. I was thinking, who is he talking about? Oh,
Doctor, Mrs. Akudo Ehirim.
Thank you.
This lady believe in me, believe in my vision, believe in everything that has to do with Omega Studio.
That's right.
I also want to extend the same gratification to the husband and gratitude to the husband.
That's right.
Who have always, shared her time with Omega Studio with us, because midnight, morning, afternoon, kudos, come, boom, and she's there.
That's right.
I want to also give credit to the children who has always assisted in one way or the other to make what she does easy for her to do.
That's right.
The same venture, I want to narrow it down to my family, my wife, Mary Ezugu, and my son, Chinedu Ezugu.
That's right.
And my daughter, Norma Ezugu, and my last son,
and
my baby boy, Akachuku.
Akachuku.
Yes, Ezugu, for all that they do, for the encouragement and support and prayers.
That's
I
right.
go to work with them. I show them stuff. I say, hey, no matter what you want to be in life, no knowledge is a waste. Grab this one and put it in your hand. And guess what? Like they say, the thief can go to the bank and take your $4 billion. You go and they say he's lost.
Yeah.
But there's something that the thief cannot take. Intellectual property.
He cannot. No, you're right, he cannot. And guys, I'm telling you, you need to meet this man's children. Norma and the son, oh my God, these people are mini Omega Studios. This is the big Omega Studio. Then those two are the mini Omega Studios. And I know my Akachi, my baby, is also coming up. And he will be in there. This is a family business. They do this wholeheartedly. And then the lady of the house. She is lovely. You will love her. Her smile will make your day.
Amen.
When she smiles, she makes your day.
Yes.
Without these four, there will be no Kingsley.
Oh yeah.
They are the ones that make him be Omega. So we give them a thank you very much for supporting him.
They are the ones that make me dream the dream.
Dream the dream, that's right. So please continue making this man dream the dream, because we need more of Omega.
Yes.
Omega has come to stay, guys. Omega came, Omega saw, and Omega conquered. Goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.